Hello, welcome to EV Car Share, and good morning and happy Christmas. So this isn't Christmas Day, and this isn't probably going to be posted out onto YouTube on Christmas Day either, but I'm wishing everybody happy Christmas because we are at Christmas time, and you won't get any happy holidays or anything like that from me because it is Christmas. If you're on holiday, I go on holiday in the summer, I might wish you happy holidays in the summer when I go on holiday, but it's Christmas, so it's happy Christmas, and that's what I want to wish you all. If you don't like Christmas, then feel free, you can turn off now. I'm talking about EV driving at Christmas or at busy times of year, but I'm going to focus on Christmas because it is Christmas, as I say. So that's what today is about. I'm on my way to work, so I'm going to turn the camera the other way. Actually, I might not, I might keep it this way. Do you want to see me or do you want to see where I'm going? Let's turn it the other way, we'll see where we're going, and I will have a chat about Christmas, driving an EV at Christmas, and long journeys and cold weather and lots of people on the roads and all that sort of stuff. So let's get this one on the road. So as usual, roadworks. So the Black Cat roundabout, these are going on for many years or several years. It's a major improvement. Lots of people moaning about it, but well, I mean, I'm happy to sit through a bit of extra traffic for a while if it's going to be better in the long run. And from the plans that I've seen, yes, it's going to be much better in the long run. So I'm happy to sit in traffic a bit longer on my commute. I was going to say daily commute, it's not a daily commute, it's one I do every week at some point, maybe twice a week. And you have to put up with it, but hey, there we go. So Christmas, as I was saying, I mentioned in the opening there, I'm kind of commented on holidays and summer holidays and Christmas, and they are all times when people travel more, or there are going to be bottlenecks at certain places. People do long journeys when they wouldn't normally do long journeys. But the advantage of the summer holidays, of course, is that not everyone goes on the same week or the same weekend or for the same length of time. Whereas at Christmas, Christmas is Christmas. Christmas Day is Christmas Day, same Christmas Day for everyone. Same kind of weekend beforehand. Everybody's going to be travelling on the Friday, Saturday or Sunday typically. If they're travelling to see friends and staying over, they'll be travelling on the Christmas Day if they're going just on a Christmas Day to and from. Although I tend to find, having travelled on Christmas Day, that Christmas Day itself is actually quite quiet. It's the days around Christmas that are normally busier. Certainly here in the UK, it will no doubt vary in other countries. So on the build up to this period, on social media certainly, I've seen quite a lot of posts from the likes of Halfords and GridServe and various car publications, magazines. I'm sure you'll see the same from the AA and RAC on travelling at Christmas, extra precautions to take. And because electric vehicles are now becoming pretty popular, you see quite a lot of them on the road. That's a Tesla right in front of me at the moment. I passed an ID3 just a moment ago. I don't know if you saw that one. There are plenty around. So then there is now a topic that you'll see quite a lot on social media, quite a lot of publications saying, how do you travel at Christmas with your EV? As if it's somehow massively different, or you're going to have to take extra precautions. And some of these stories are kind of a bit scare story-ish, to be honest, in many respects. So I travel at Christmas, my family and we travel at Christmas. We have family. So my daughter is coming back my eldest daughter will be coming back from university. As a family of four, my wife, my two daughters and myself, we will spend Christmas at home, Christmas Day, but we will travel to see family. We have family up in Lincolnshire and family over in Cheshire and Staffordshire, those parts of the country. So from Peterborough, where I live, we will travel up to Lincolnshire and back one day, and we will travel over to Cheshire and probably pop in Staffordshire on another day. And that's been typical for quite a few years, been typical ever since I got the EV at least. And obviously we don't travel just at Christmas to see family, we travel at other times of year as well. But of course Christmas is when it's more likely to be cold, so you're more likely to have a slightly lowered efficiency due to the efficiency of the car being lower in the winter weather. And you're more likely to have a increased load in the car because the whole family's in the car, and you're more likely to have presents and gifts and maybe suitcases because you're staying over and all of that sort of extra shenanigans too. So it is right that you do need to kind of consider Christmas and also consider, well, what is the range of my car and how far am I going to be traveling, and that's really key. So for me, it probably won't be an issue. The range of this car is typically 250 to 300 miles. I have had occasions where I've been down towards 200 miles with a fully loaded car in bad weather where it's been particularly cold. Now, our journey up from Peterborough to Lincolnshire and back, we can do that no problem whatsoever. That'll be around 100 miles. No chance of me ever needing to have to recharge on the way or when I'm there. That's just not an issue. It's a non-issue. To Cheshire and back, where we need to go, most of the time I've done that journey without needing to recharge at all. There's only been one time when I've had to, well, I say had to, when I back calculated having returned home. I came to the conclusion that I could have actually made it, I just wasn't quite brave enough to take the car down to 1-2%, and there had been roadworks on the A1 during that period of time, and I was concerned that if we came across some diverted routes, some diverted diversions, then we might not have sufficient range to get home. So I wanted to top up just in case. It was a just in case top up on that occasion. So there is the possibility, given the weather or given circumstances, that I might need to top up on that journey. But it'll be a short top up on the way home. It'll be just enough, maybe 20% into the car, 30% into the car, just to give me that buffer to get me home and home. Obviously some other people will be travelling further. What I would say is, in my experience as an EV driver, having now driven long distances for work and also on holiday and other times, is that there are certain places, certain times and certain brands where the charging stations will be busy. You will find that because Ionity give out a pass to brand new car owners often, in conjunction with the manufacturers, and also because they have a good deal in terms of buying their Ionity pass and getting a lower price, you'll find that they are very, very busy. And during a period where it's likely to be busier with more people on the roads and more people travelling long distances, there probably isn't, actually thinking about it, there probably isn't more miles travelled at Christmas, but there probably is more long journeys than at Christmas, I'm thinking. I don't know, I haven't got any proof of that, I haven't got any statistics to give you, but I'm just kind of thinking in my head that that might be the case. Let me know if you know, either way, in the comments. But I kind of feel that might be the case, in which case there will be more people travelling in EVs needing to charge than there would typically be, because day to day people driving EVs don't tend to need to charge because they charge at home and they do short journeys. But over Christmas, those same people who would do short journeys may well be doing a long journey. And maybe you'll also get more people in cars that don't charge quickly. So those people who do long journeys regularly, they have the cars like mine that charge quickly, so I can be in and out of the charge point within 10 minutes. Get on my way, I've got enough to get me home. People who don't charge regularly maybe are in cars that are less suited to that sort of style of life, and therefore maybe it takes them half an hour to get the same amount of charge that I can get in 10 minutes. So then if they're taking longer at the charge points, then that's one person instead of three charging in that half hour, and therefore you end up with a backlog of people queuing. There's a Mackie. See, told you electric cars are popular. It hasn't got the green plate, but hey, you can still recognise it. So yeah, so people may be charging longer. Also, those cars maybe are less likely to have battery preconditioning as an option, or the people, because they don't charge public charging regularly, may not have it turned on, or may not know how to turn it on, or may not know how to use it. So they may be arriving at the charge point with a cold battery and therefore taking even longer. So these people might end up taking an hour when someone like myself, the same amount of charge could take 10 minutes. Not their fault, it's just the way things are. We all need to live and let live and get along together. So I would just say, if you are not tied into a particular charging brand because you bought the membership and feel the need to use it, or you are happy to charge at any charger, then the way to avoid the queues, the way to avoid the busyness, is to go to the less commonly used charge points. So the ones with memberships will be Tesla, and of course the Tesla drivers will flock around the Tesla charge points, and there's lots of those. They're very common cars. Avoid Ionity because of their charge card, and the other one that has a good charge card is Fastned, but you'll probably find that's a very localized thing in the UK, because Fastned have not proliferated around the UK all over. There are little hotspots and occasional popping up stations from Fastned. It's not like you're in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands it's a different story. Fastned are everywhere in the Netherlands. That's their heads, Fastned for Netherlands. That's their main charge brand in the Netherlands, whereas in the UK you won't find as many Fastned, and you'll find a lot more GridServe, and you'll find a lot more InstaVolt and things that we have in the UK. So coming on to GridServe. GridServe have announced on social media that they have a discount over the Christmas period. So they're going to have a variety of discounts available. They haven't announced what yet, so I don't know, I can't tell you. I don't have a heads up on that. By the time I publish this video, it may well be available, and you may well be able to tell me in the comments, or I may well be able to add it myself to the comments or the description as a bit of additional data. GridServes are generally at the major services on the major routes in the UK, so they also tend to get busy. Nobody has a special membership that gets them a cheaper price, although the discounts they offer are usually only available in the app, so you would need to download the app to get the discounts. But they don't have special memberships, and they're not particularly good price, but they are reliable. They are very rapid charge points, and they do get busy because they are on the major routes, on the major motorways, etc. The ones that probably are least likely to get busy are probably the InstaVolt ones. They're the ones that are more in town centres, on the trunk roads. You generally find them in car parks of Starbucks or McDonald's. And they generally are quite expensive. I think last time I looked, they were up at 85 pence per kilowatt hour. It's one of the most expensive you can get. But remember, this is Christmas, it's a one-off. You don't want to be sat waiting to charge, you don't want to be queuing. Paying a little bit extra at Christmas, is it really a big hardship? Especially if you're not someone who DC charges regularly. If you spend most of your EV driving life charging at home, like I do, then you shouldn't really have a problem paying a little bit extra to charge when you do need to charge, especially if it's something like Christmas. It's going to save you spending time in a queue. So that's my thoughts. I may have to charge on the way home for my longer journey, to Cheshire and back. I may not. We'll have to wait and see. I will probably not do a video of that journey because I will have family in the car. I don't like to do videos with family in the car. I don't think they would like me to do videos while they're in the car either. But I may post, if I remember, I will try and post on the Facebook group. If you haven't joined or haven't seen me on Facebook, then EV Car Share, just search for EV Car Share. There's a Facebook page, not a group, Facebook page that I run, and I will try and post some posts on there. It'll just be kind of photos and updates as to how things are going, but there is where you'll find my, I don't want to call it a log, but yeah, updates I guess on my travelling at Christmas. What we will definitely get over Christmas, you can be sure, is there'll be plenty of anti-EV social media people, YouTubers, just Facebook people, and also of course the anti-EV media, so the press who love to jump on the bandwagon of slamming the EV population. They will be out there, they will be taking photos or video at the most busiest charge point they can find. There's some key ones that I'm sure they've already noted down that are generally busy. The ones that are on specific routes, they'll be out there at specific times and they will be trying to get a good photo or a good story of the queues and how the infrastructure is no good and how changing to EVs just isn't suitable. We can all predict that. They will be there, those stories will come out, and please take them all with a pinch of salt. So really, that's what I wanted to say. That's my Christmas charging, Christmas driving discussion. In terms of, just thought of one more thing, in terms of driving the car, I'm going to carry on driving at the normal speed. I'm not going to drop my speed down. I'm going to carry on driving with the aircon and heating, and if I want my heated seat on, I'll put my heated seat on. I have a 3-pin domestic socket in the back that the back passengers can use, and my girls, sometimes we have a heated throw that we use, so they might have that in the back to snuggle up because they don't have heated seats in this spec of the car. So I won't be restricting my power usage. Sometimes I've done this journey, we've taken food with us, so I take my little portable fridge in the back of the car, have that plugged in. There's a Polestar, by the way, another electric vehicle. So yeah, I won't be minimising my energy usage. I will be stopping to charge if I need to. I will probably avoid the most popular charge points, and I will be enjoying my Christmas. I won't be thinking or worrying about range or anything like that. I'll just be driving as normal. So all I've got left really is to wish you a happy Christmas, and if you've liked the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and of course leave any comments in the comments. What are your experiences of driving at Christmas? And just as I finish the video, there's an MG4, also electric car, on my left, just pulled onto the road. So as you can see, there's quite a few electric cars around. Sure, they're not the most common, but they are getting very common amongst the newest of cars. So as you pass cars and the really old ones, obviously they're not electric, but if you start spotting the 22, 23, 24 plates, 72, 73, 74 plates, then those ones, a high percentage of those these days are electric, it seems. Well, at least that's my experience driving around on the roads. I'm sure other people will tell you otherwise. But that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.